Okay, ready for number 3 of the 7 Days of Feminine Leadership Qualities series. Number 3 is innovation. So innovation, new ideas, new possibilities, new dreams, desires. It's really about being, as a feminine leader, about looking at new ways of doing things. Not always can we do everything the same way we've always done it. You know, things evolve in life. Our lives continually evolve and change. As much as we often probably think that we're in our comfort zone, it might be that we just got comfortable with some of the things that are, you know, in that part of our life. But you will find there's going to be more things coming that will change and evolve continually. If you think about how your life has been from the very beginning, you've had to learn everything from the beginning. When you were born, you had to learn to walk and talk. You had to go to school and you had to learn new things at school. You had to go to, to big school and learn things that would help you in your work life. You had to learn about relationships and how to interact with people. Your initial relationship with somebody when you first say hello is not the same as after 6 months of being talking to that person every day. You have a different way of communicating and different things that you talk about. When you finish school, then you're looking for a job, maybe even having a family. So then you're starting on a different cycle as well. You're learning about how to put your own child through the learnings and educations that you've been through. But continually, there's new things happening day to day. And you're always coming up with new ways of doing these things, like, for example, a new holiday as well. When you think of a holiday, you often don't go to the same destination time and time again. It might be that you want something new, interesting, and exciting. Maybe when you're going on a run, you might want to go on a different path and a different route because the same old process, same old run gets a little bit kind of tired and boring. But so we're constantly adding in new things day to day and innovating. And probably 2020 has made people a lot more comfortable with getting to grips with innovating and think of new ways of doing things when we've had to figure out how we can do the things that we used to do before in a completely new way, for completely different rules around lockdown, how many people we can meet with, how we can celebrate with people, where we can do that, all sorts of different things. In order to do the things that we have done in previous years, we've had to find new ways of doing things. So what I've learned really is about we innovate, create new ideas, come up with new thoughts and desires and dreams all the time. The question is whether we follow through. We might not follow through on them and then they just disappear from our mind, just evaporate. But when we do follow through on those ideas, we create new experiences for ourselves and new fun things to do. So I've learned that if you're not in that place, if you're in a place where you're just following process all the time, then you're not flexing in this creative muscle of yours. And sometimes then it doesn't come so easily. So it is really important that we get to a place where we are allowing our creative mind and our imagination to pop those ideas into our head, but we need to grab onto those ideas. So when they do come up, then we can evolve them in our mind and then we can bring them into our lives by creating them. You know, an example would be creating a holiday. Initially, you think, I'd like to go on holiday in 2021. And then you think, when would I like to go? When's a good time of year? Or maybe even what season would I like to go? So you start to think about it. You start to give that thought a little bit more evolution, a little bit more energy. And then you imagine what you'd like to do on that holiday. And then you evolve that a little bit more. And then you might start to think about where you'd like to go, what country, what destination, what location, how are you going to do that? Then you're going to look at what kind of accommodation, how are you going to get there? And you start to make plans for it anyway. So from that very first point of innovation, in order to that experience coming to life in your mind, you have to follow the cycle. You have to innovate and go throughout those processes. That there might be a structure there, but you still have to innovate in every area. You still have to use your imagination and ideas and make decisions. So, what are your dreams for 2021? Where do you want to go for your holidays for 2021? And what do you want to create in 2021? Comment below.